Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stone-Faced Reactions. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we're here to watch more Fate Zero. Last time was episode 3, Fukia City. Or Fuyuki City, there we go. Where Kirei announces his resignation from the war due to Assassin's elimination and is granted asylum by Rise. However, this is actually a ruse by Kirei, Rise, and Tokumi, as Assassin is not just one person but several dozen people. With everyone else believing him out of the game, Kirei can send the assassins to spy on them without suspicion. Waver informs Ryder of Assassin's demise, but the latter is only interested in defeating President Clinton, acquiring his country's military weapons, and having a good time. Isravel and Saber arrive at Fuyuki City to meet up with Kiritsugi, but decide to tour the city since this is Irasive's first time abroad. Meanwhile, Kiritsugi meets up with the assistant Maya Hisu, who informs him that the other masters believe Israel is Saber's master and that she has been smuggled in the guns that they need for the war, including his contender pistol. As Israel has a good time at the beach come nightfall, Saber detects another servant at the harbor. Once there, they encounter Lancer, Daimud Dubihin, who challenges Saber to a duel. So, yeah, that's about where we left off last time. We were about to get into our first actual big fight. I don't think I count Lancer versus Assassin as an actual fight when we got it.
Well, no, that would seem like a test, right? Or
yeah, exactly.
or an announcement.
Yeah, it is.
Especially since everybody else seemed to have used various different methods to have sussed out one another.
Yep. Meanwhile, our Mage Slayer's plan is going perfectly according to their plan, so it all works out, I think. Waver, of course, is nowhere around this. It'll have to come by later, which, by the way, we got our pictures done.
Well, they're not done yet. Overlay and everything. We're changing the overlay. We gotten some art made of our favorite characters, and we're getting a background done, so all of this, y'all have pointed out that these are characters from different shows, and they're not all here, and some of it might even be spoilery. So, we're getting work done. Next time, next episode, this will all be different.
Look, it's not a spoiler until Nico Arc walks onto the scene and, explodes something, alright?
Well, I had this thought earlier. I was talking to another channel. Someone was asking what... So they forgot teleportation, what the name of that power was. Teleportation. Yeah. And they're like, yeah, that would be the best power to have.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody else says matter manipulation. And I say time manipulation would be the best power to have. And then I say, apparently they were showing off pictures of Dio or someone, JoJo or somebody who does it in that show.
Dio is the one with time powers.
Yeah. And I say, oh, I was thinking of Reverse Flash and Goldo. And... I was just thinking to myself, that might be a spoiler in that channel, and I was like, well, not really, because if you don't know who Goldo is...
Yeah, spoiling Goldo from TVC.
Well, if you don't know who Goldo is, then you can't really be spoiled by the fact that he has time manipulation powers, because around the time you meet Goldo is where you find out he has it, so it's like...
Right, not a character that lasts very long,
and yet has one of the strongest powers in the whole universe.
I immediately thought when you said time manipulation, I thought over to Heroes, the series that was really popular for a while, where the main character can apparently go back in time freely.
Well, yeah, no, it's a broad spectrum. If you can stop time, you might as well be able to reverse time and everything. It's literally the best power in the game because it turns you into a god. In the game of life, the game of imagination. Who the hell knows?
Now you're thinking like Dio right there.
And hell, if you can manipulate time, you're basically immortal too. You know, it's God, what's her name from Bleach? The power to reject. I reject not Orochimaru. Orihime's power, because oh no, you tore off my arm. Reverse. My arm's back. You know, just oh no, I'm old. Now I'm young again. You've got a built-in disguise. I've aged myself into an old man. They've never seen me as an old man before.
But yeah, we have not, seen too many powers yet. we've gotten the implication of what they're supposed to be. We haven't
actually, I'm
seen
going to interrupt
Saber
you
play.
again, Griff. I'm going to interrupt you again because we
Sure.
got some spoiler-free cards to go over.
Oh boy!
Let me just send you
What
this
kind of
here,
cards are they?
and let's just
Oh, they're
go over
stat
them.
cards.
Yeah, spoiler-free stat cards, which I will figure out how to edit into this later. But let's just bring it up and let's do them in alphabetical order, so that I don't have to be confused by you trying to go through whatever Discord dropped on you.
Oh boy! Well, now I get to figure out what
Archer.
my alphabet is.
Archer is the first one.
Are you sure?
Yes. Because my folder puts them in alphabetical order, and it says Archer is first.
All right. So up at the top,
I'm gonna hate if you point out that there's an A. Aronson in here somewhere.
A. Ron, come to the front, please. Alignment chaotic good.
Well, you mean chaos good, whatever the hell that is.
Right.
You might not know this, but this is a man. True name Gilgamesh, Master Tasaka Takakumi. I'm never gonna be good with names.
I gotta get a little closer to this.
Magic. I just zoomed in. I got like pixelated words. Magic resistance A. Nullify magecraft with incantations less than 2 verses. Cannot defend against magecraft on the level of high thaumaturgy and great rituals.
So free bounce and magic always sounds good.
You know, delving into the actual text of this seems like it is a little bit more spoilery than whatever they decided to black out. We've had somebody else in their free time decided to share the spoiler-free stuff, and they've blacked out a big old part of it. I guess they blacked out what their main power is, I guess. So, like, Noble Phantasm blacked out. Whatever they say when they go over, like, CIA texts. Redacted. All redacted.
You know what? I might actually suggest we just do Archer and Saber, since they're the ones about to fight here.
I don't know, Griff.
We'll save these ones for when the next one's fight.
I don't know that I'm going to remember this later. So we might as well just do this now while I can get it all edited in. And maybe maybe not read all the small text. We'll just go over, like, the rankings and skills. Like, Golden Rule A. I guess you kind of have to read those, because otherwise you have no fucking idea what they are.
So he acts independently, he can get a lot of money, and he can lead an army. Are we going to be leading armies in the show? I didn't think so.
Well, not that he can get a lot of a lot of money. He's more powerful the richer he is.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a different thing. You can be more powerful the richer you are, and still be destitute on the street. Can't get more powerful.
He is also divine.
Well, I think divinity is something they all have. Because he has a rank in it. So Divinity B possesses the greatest divinity, but due to his personal dislike of the gods, Gilgamesh's ranking was lowered.
To be fair, you know what? Sure. The gods tried to create something to challenge Gilgamesh. They became friends, and then they killed him off anyway.
But he's also like B rank in half of his stuff. A rank in... Sorry, what is this?
Yeah, what are those stats there? You gotta read those out.
I can only read out strength, agility and endurance. Is that strength? So he's B in strength, B in endurance, B in agility. Is that A in mana?
I think so. Then the next one looks like luck.
Yeah, luck, and then X is Noble Phantasm. The thing we know nothing about. Redacted.
But apparently it is the best.
And last but not least, Griff, tell me, what is 182 centimeters in feet?
You're looking at probably a little under 6 feet, so like 5'11", 5'10". It's about my height. Wow.
Alright, well let's move on to the next guy, or person rather. Which is not ordered very well when I hit my next button. Let's see, which is Assassin. Which is, I guess, technically a lot of different people.
Indeed. So they are, not very strong, and apparently not very enduring, but they're really agile.
Yeah, I guess we started off with, like, the best of the best. They're faster than Gilgamesh, the person who beat their ass. But I guess that, plays well, because they have E in luck.
Oh, yeah, they have 0 luck. You know what? That kind of fits with what we saw, right?
They got an A+ in presence concealment, though.
Yeah, so they're really good at hiding. They have a library of stored knowledge. Well, they got a bunch of people, checks out, and expert of many specializations.
They're assassins.
Yeah, all of this seems to kind of fit together. And then Noble Phantasm is delusional illusion.
I guess that's not a spoiler because we literally have seen it. It's his ability, their ability to be a lot of different assassins.
Right, yeah, we got revealed that. We already know that. That's their big thing. Okay, that checks out.
And they can have up to 80 of them, I guess. So
I'm just wondering who would choose this now, because just thinking about it, looking at like the raw stats, it's like, huh, Assassin's kind of a bad pick.
well, I guess if you can take out the Master, you don't need this guy for going up against the other.
Right, you're supposed to have a smart plan to work with this, and to be fair, they got a 3-person conspiracy working with this. They know what they're doing. They are at least planned ahead.
Also, was this one that was summoned intentionally, or was it just...
I think he just ended up with it, or he's the natural for it.
I don't remember how many of these guys had specific... I think this one had a specific item. So I think this one was summoned intentionally.
He went to the church. The church said, we're going to go ahead and put you into this. So the church chose that this was going to happen.
All right, moving on to what? Oh, yeah, that's right. They multiple people, no height. Okay. Moving on to the next one, Berserker.
Berserker at 191 centimeters.
I think this person may not have been all that revealed, because it seems like all of their shit is redacted.
And in a language I can't read. Unfortunate for us.
No, I think that's the redaction. I think they've, like, put it into chaos scribble. You know, kind of the same way that the strength and endurance shit is all magic wobbly. All we know is he's mad?
A lawful mad.
191 centimeters. Master is Mato Karia.
So he gets mad and then boosts everything.
Protection of the fairies.
Huh.
So he has critical, he has call over luck in critical situations. However, we cannot see his luck score. I'm going to assume it's an A.
All of his scores seem in flux, due to his berserking ability here, the madness enhancement.
Again, I don't know. I still can't tell.
So all I've learned from this is that he's a mystery.
Yep. So we'll have to see when we see him. Next up, we have Caster. Master Ryonosuke. True name, Gildarales. So we were right.
He's even taller than the Berserker at 6 feet 4 inches.
Chaos Evil. He's got
shits
for stats. Not very good when your first 3 stats spell dead.
We could get that. We could get DEAD on these stats.
Well, I mean, we have dead. I mean,
we don't have an F though, so we can't do facade or anything.
I mean, he has an A. He's a noble phantasm, or whatever it is. He has an I for art, apparently, but he's shit at it.
He apparently has a special realm and can make items, and he can make other people go crazy. Alright.
Apparently he's really good at blocking people out of his head. So I guess if other people have that power...
So the funniest power he has is his eye for art. He possesses the ability to look at artistic anecdotes.
That's why I said he's shit at it, because there's an E- in it.
He might be able to figure out its true name.
This guy sucks. I'm glad that the shittiest person has him.
I think what we're seeing here is we got a lot of one-trick ponies on board.
Well, except for Archer, who was apparently amazing. Alright, let's go over to Lancer.
At 6 feet. Exactly, he is lawful moderation.
Don't know his master's true name. Don't know his true name.
Has he actually even shown up? on screen?
I think he's about to get into a fight right now, isn't he? In this
Oh
episode.
yeah. You're right. You're right.
So I guess that's why we haven't seen him before, and this is just like the basic information we can get on him.
He's got some good stats. He's not super agile, magic resistant.
He's medium in most of his stats except for agility, where apparently he beats out Gilgamesh.
0 luck, by the way. I always love a character who has absolutely no luck. They're gonna do great, I bet.
He has magic resistance. A lot of these guys seem to have magic resistance. And battle logic. He has basically the Jedi battle meditation shit.
Alright, I mean, that's a pretty cool trick to have on hand, right?
And he's lawful moderation. I don't think these alignments make much sense.
I think someone's just trying to have fun.
One of them is chaos good. While the other one is lawful mad. Alright, next up we have Ryder.
At 6 feet 9 inches.
This is the tallest guy here. So,
or I'm sorry, almost 7 feet. My bad.
I was gonna say your shit wasn't making much sense there for a second. Master Waver Velvet, true name Alexander. Neutral good. His first three. Nice his first three stats spelled bad. Oh man,
he's got that double plus a magic resistance there.
What do you mean Noble Phantasm?
A Noble Phantasm, right. He is apparently the coolest.
The trampling attack performed with the Noble Phantasm Gordius Wheel.
Charisma, Tactics, Divinity.
Maximum target 100 persons, and the assassin can make 80 persons. So, this guy defeats assassin real easy.
I'm actually getting excited seeing that they can just literally summon an army here. This is going to be fun. It is going to be a war. It's a war after all.
Divinity C, which is one less than Gilgamesh, might be the son of Zeus, the greatest of the gods, whereas Gilgamesh is rated higher than him, and he's like, apparently, fuck the gods.
Yeah, historically, Alexander the Great also tried to claim certain amounts of divinity, saying like he's the son of different gods. And it's just kind of the thing you used to do when you think you're really big and important, which, Christianity fans, take note.
He's got the worst listed magic resistance, and the only one with writing skill, which is really important in our modern age.
Hey, if he finds a tank, I'm gonna be so excited for that scene.
Natural talent to command an army. Can be said to have achieved the greatest level of popularity as a human being.
I think it's fair to say Alexander was one of those great leaders of all time. I don't think anyone's going to immediately dispute that.
I'm sure the comment section will. Let's move on to Saber.
Saber, our last but not least, and our featured here today.
Master Emiya Kiritsuku, I'm assuming that's his name. True name Arturia. Arturia.
Yeah. 5 feet tall. Exactly.
And hers spells bad. It's a long bad. A double plus. So her Noble Phantasm is as strong as Alexander's, which is an invisible sword. Simple, but displays tremendous effect in hand-to-hand combat.
So we've got high instinct. She can go ahead and put magic into her weaponry. And her phantasm here, invisible air, boundary field of the Wind King. She makes an invisible sword. Alright, that sounds pretty cool.
Oh,
so we got multiple swords of magic going on.
This is a good little comparison. She has Charisma B, right? Yeah. Charisma is a rare talent, and B rank is enough to lead a country. Gilgamesh had Charisma A. I think, No, wait. No, Gilgamesh has Charisma A+. Alexander has Charisma A. So
Gilgamesh is cooler. There you go.
So King Arthur could only lead Britain. But I guess that makes sense. I don't know the history of Gilgamesh that much, so all I know is that he kind of goes off on adventures, not leads countries.
Yeah, the gods make a Kindu to try to take Gilgamesh down a notch. They become friends, and then a Kindu dies, and Gilgamesh goes, "Holy shit, I'm going to die," and then fails to find a way to do that other than preserving his legacy.
Right, so he's not really known for controlling many countries, like
But he's known
Alexander.
for being immortal through his legacy.
Like Alexander does. Alexander controls many countries.
Hmm.
So I don't see why Alexander doesn't have the A plus versus, and then Gilgamesh should have the A.
This is where I will say at the end of it, stats are a little bullshit, but they are fun.
Well, no, I'm just putting them in context with their descriptive verses. Like I said,
Hmm.
charisma is a rare talent. B rank is enough to lead a country. Well, maybe the guy who never led a country shouldn't have A plus rank charisma if that's your measure.
Well, maybe they're about to take over Japan.
Oh, she
That'll
also
be
has
fun.
writing. She has writing at B
The only other character with it, if I'm right.
versus Alexander's A plus writing.
I want to see a tank fight between these two. It's got to happen.
So let's see. The person that she's fighting this episode has the ability to like kind of see in as a mind's eye how the battle is supposed to play out, and she's got instinct, which is the best way to feel the course of a battle.
We got two people who are going to predict everything that happens to each other. I want to see a cool ass chess match. That's what I want here.
This heightened sixth sense is now close to precognition. It reduces by half any obstacle to vision and hearing. And what did his say again? Aesthetic, heightened insight that was refined through experience, battle logic to create remaining means of escape in a predicament. Oh, he can get away from a fight. She's really good at fighting.
Yeah, all right. So we're on episode 4. This is our first big fight. I'm coming in. I'm not expecting somebody to die here. Quite honestly, I'm expecting a bounce off and then they come back at it later. Because I mean, that's just what I'm kind of trained to see in a narrative, right? We have our introductory fight and then bigger stakes later.
I honestly
What do you think?
don't know.
You don't know?
I mean, we haven't gotten
Fair
a
enough.
true fight yet until just now, so however this fight goes will rein in my expectations for all future fights.
That is true. We're setting up the field. What are they supposed to look like aside from Assassin getting absolutely dunked on?
Yeah, because Assassin doesn't feel like he's supposed to get in direct fights. He feels like he's supposed to take out
Exactly.
the Masters. When I don't know what happens to the summons once the Masters go away, if they like stay around and just do their own thing or not.
If you're too dead to make your wish, you probably lost. That's what I think.
Right,
anyway.
but I'm saying I don't know what happens to the summons. Like, if it doesn't matter if they're too dead to make a wish, if the summon is still running around fucking up everybody else's wish.
Good question. Only one way to find out, right?
Yeah, read the light novel. Wait, or
All
play
right.
the game. Or wait, read the manga. Or check the wiki. I guess I'm coming up with a lot of other ways to find out, Griff. I think
So,
you are kind of wrong.
So before we start reading the light novel, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below to feed that algorithm. On top of all that, if you watch more shows like this, unfiltered, uncensored, and uncut, as well as some early access stuff, you can check us out on Patreon. Just $5 a month, but no pressure. It's all to support the channel, just a little bit extra. Alright, and a quick thank you to 7Q for sending us this episode. Thanks, man, for supporting us on our Patreon. We appreciate it.
Our sword is invisible.
Good little bit of showdown.
Well, technically I wasn't, though. Cocky. That wasn't on his card.
I don't know. I was gonna put that down to still wants an honorable fight because everyone here is a heroic spirit. When you're a living legend, I'm sure you have plenty of pride on the line at that point.
Technically, you'd think the spear guy would have the advantage here. We also
Yeah,
know
but
that his stats suck, though. Sniper positions, let's go. Oh yeah, I didn't address it before. Clearly I was wrong about the whole daughter-mother thing. And that this man is cheating on his wife.
Yeah, that was a lot of words to just say, yeah, we're going over there.
So yeah, here we are.
Just have your summon do the whole fighting? Sure, checks out.
I guess we spent a lot of time on that bridge.
Yeah.
Here they are, the bridge is right there again.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, Alexander and Waver are on that bridge right now. So, it's the center point of the city.
That's just where all of our coolest battles are going to happen, bridge. It's going to be bridge battles
that guy
forever.
has kids, too. A lot of these people have kids.
Yeah?
Apparently, the bugs are useful. We saw him controlling like a locust swarm of them.
It would be a shame if he went through everything he did and the bugs weren't any use, right?
Well, I mean, it could be like Sabaki Bisco, and it's just a means of control.
Mm-hmm.
God, you were so small.
I really just want to see one of the summons just get dunked on by a gun. Just an ordinary gun here. We're gonna get it.
I mean, got no reason to think they couldn't be.
Yeah, they seem to act like it.
Yeah, I mean, I want somebody to summon a historical famous figure and just put a gun on the table and summon Sergeant York for World War II.
セイバーは2本の槍を同時に警戒してるんだわ。ダンサーの切り札がどちらの槍かわからないから。右の長槍、左の短槍。
Yeah, your sword really isn't all that invisible.
それを見極めることができれば、勝負のかけようもあるという。
But it's special.
せめて神明さえわかればいいんだけど。
Yeah, I guess if you were fighting in a steam bath, I might not be able to see it.
相当な槍使いの英霊であることは間違いない。しかし、それだけでは。
Go for his weaker stats.
I mean, it's most of them.
どうしたセイバー、攻めが甘いぞ。
この男、できる。
I think Saber is technically our second strongest summon, according to our cards, right?
I think so.
I think it goes Gilgamesh, Saber, Alexander.
I'm just watching the choreography and noticing it's definitely fun the way that she fights more like a semi-accurate medieval knight, like using her armor and hilt and stuff.
Time to shoot my wife.
Yeah. He said it. He's gonna kill her.
We did. You're so far off, and it was.
Just scanning for weirdos.
セイバーたちの北東方向。倉庫の屋根の上にランサーのマスターが。
Turns out they're actually some random dock worker.
Hanging out on the roof in the middle of the night.
I'm not going down there.
わかった。
This is a safety zone. I'm gonna need my hard hat while they're fighting. Ah, more.
Technically, I guess he could be at every fight, right?
Yeah. Imagine spoiling everyone else's fights with stabs in the back.
So we are counting that other one as a battle. He read the stat cards. I have to say that they're probably bad. I mean, technically, the two assassins aren't. The two assassins that aren't assassins aren't hidden either.
He doesn't buy the ruse whatsoever, huh?
I feel like you should ask the age, because that could be two different people, as I've said last episode.
What? Alright, they are fallen for it.
Well, I mean, I can't remember seeing her hands or not, so I don't know if she has a fake mark or something.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't know his power either.
Seems like the one you know the least about, right?
私がアサシンに攻撃を仕掛けて注意を引きつけているその隙にランサーのマスターを。
ダメだ、まあいいや。
Why not?
あそこに陣取ったのがアサシンだということが問題だ。今我々には対サーバント戦の備えがない。
Shoot them both at the same time.
わかりました。
You're clearly targeting the wrong person if your target crosshairs were on Saber.
名乗りもないままの戦いに名誉もクソもあるまいが、ともかく賞賛を受け取れ。ここに至って汗一つかかんとは女だてらに見上げたやつだ。
無用な謙遜だぞ、ランサー。貴殿の名を知らぬとはいえ、そのやりさ。
It's really weird to hear him going on and on and on about women when she's just gender swapped man.
ランサーのマスター。
これ以上勝負を長引かせる。そこのセイバーはなんてきた。速やかに始末しろ。ホーグの会長を許す。
Hey, Noble Phantasm time.
了解した。我が主。
Which I think was blacked out for us, so we have no idea what it is.
Ah, that's the real spear.
あの長宗の方がランサーのホーグ。
The better spear was the one.
そういうわけだ。ここから先は取りに行かせてもらう。セイバー、お前は束ねた風の魔力で剣を隠したままか。なるほど。剣を覆い隠しておきたい理由がお前にはあるということか。
It would be too obvious to everyone
その
else.
件にあると見た。
残念
Oh,
だランサー
I like when I'm on the same wavelength.
Well, I mean, they don't know that they're facing King Arthur.
勝負を決め
Yeah,
て
I guess gender swapping them helps add to not knowing who the hell they are.
セイバー。
You gotta be the person who knows all the secret histories to get it, yeah.
晒したな。秘蔵の剣を。
インビジブルエアがほつれた
Wow, because the hair on touch. It's good animation.
I like how she's just as confused as we are.
Well, I mean, it seems like it has a magic dispelling property.
あの赤い槍インビジブルエアを削っている
刃渡りも確かに見て取った。これでもう見えぬ間合いに惑わされることはない。
It seems like your face already healed from the last cut.
だがこの槍の筋ならば
They wouldn't be great summons if they got hurt once and then were just out of the game forever, huh?
甘い
Sure they would. They still have magic powers. Making them mortal doesn't change that
見
fact.
逃さなければ
That's an R flag means death level risk.
Yeah, getting pretty close. Oh, that's right. We have entire magic spells to help out here.
やはりやすやすと勝ちを取らせてはくれんか。
だがなぜあの一撃なら十分に鎧で防げたはずなのになぜ槍の刃鎧に傷がないどういうことだ
Is it not? Oh, I guess I'm looking at one of the blue
ラン
things.
サーの槍が
Alright, I'm gonna take a complete stab in the dark. Lancer here is Longinus. This is the spear that prodded Jesus.
ほう。
その赤い槍は魔力を
Why would that have anything to do with his power set?
その甲冑は魔
Does
力
anything?
形成されている
I mean, I
それを
think so.
頼りにしていたのなら諦めるのだな、セイバー。俺の槍の前では丸裸も同然だ。
たかだか鎧を剥いだぐらいで
I don't know enough Lancers to make another guess. I mean, spear users.
防ぎ得ぬ槍ならば防ぐより先に切るまでの
Well, you might as well gone back to your suit form. At least that looked
覚
cooler
悟
than
して
this.
もらおうランサー
思い切ったものだな。健康一滴ときたか。鎧を奪われたことの不利を鎧を捨てることの利点で覆す。
Sure. King Leonidas dropped his shield because it bared heavy weight on his arm.
Look, at least they're amping up the tension and drama for this. I like it. They're doing... This is fun.
さてどうだか
The entire series is supposed to be super specialized heroes.
Remonstrating? Ah yes, it was the jet sword all along.
それは失策だったぞ。
工具は決して単一とは限らない罠か
They were both the whole time.
Slit my wrists, why don't you?
これはいかん。
何がだよ。
ランサーのやつめ、決め技に訴えおった。早々に勝負を決める気だ。
いや、それって好都合なんじゃ。
バカ者。
This is my favorite version of you in a show, Griff.
It's constantly cowering.
見たかったのだが、あのままではセイバーが脱落しかねん。そうなってからでは遅い。
遅いって。奴らが潰し合うのを待ってから襲う計画だったんじゃないか。
確かに世は他のサーバントがランサーの挑発に乗って出てこないものかと期待しておった。当然であろう。一人ずつ探し出すよりもまとめて相手にした方が手っ取り早いではないか。
Get everyone together and then crush them with your army. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
おうとも、異なる時代の英雄豪傑と矛を交える。
Yeah, so his plan wasn't to wait it all out, because that didn't even make sense for him. He would have fight them all at once, which makes a lot more sense for a character I would like. God, I hope he jumps in there.
He could probably literally make the jump from there.
That was weird.
There we go, just announcing himself.
So I glanced to the side, your camera was freaking the fuck out. It was funny as hell to watch, Jose.
Yeah, your option is to be left on the bridge.
I feel like that's the first part of a lot of Dojin or fanfics. Take me, you idiot!
まずいことに剣を切られた。親指が動かない。
つくづくすんなり勝たせてはくれんのか。良いがな、その不屈ぶりは。
Come on, look for a superhero landing.
Always unlucky.
我が主よ。
E rank.
アイリスフィール、私にも治癒を。かけたわ。かけたのに、そんな。治癒は間違いなく効いているはずよ。
Yeah, the magic canceling field we were talking about earlier.
あなたは今の状態で感知しているはずなの。
我がゲイジャルグを前にして、鎧が無意だと悟ったまではよかったな。
Yep, I don't think this is who you said it was.
鎧を捨てたのは早計だった。そうでなければ、ゲイボーは防げていたものを。
なるほど。ひとたびうがてば、その傷を消して癒さぬという呪い。
Specifically, I don't think the Roman soldier that speared Jesus was British. Or Irish, I think.
That doesn't ring a bell at all.
Yeah, well, we're not historians.
Oh, I love the ego. I really do.
Come on, land in the middle. Ah, they're so cool.
The posing is the most important part.
Here we go.
Hey, it's my turn. Guess who I am? It's Alexander, he says as he comes in.
So technically we got 4 on the field at the moment.
Assassin just kind of vibing, really.
He's there.
王の前であるぞ。我が名は征服王イスカンダル。
Yeah, he just straight up announces who he is. He doesn't give a shit. Love it. Heals up, Waver. I hope you're traumatized.
Countdown timer, I love it.
Oh,
well, I mean, because he also comes from before their time, so even if they didn't have like the knowledge of apparently everybody in history, they would still know who he is. Or
yeah,
should.
I mean, they should learn. They should know enough to like go ahead and figure it out. I guess that's what you get when like you end up with like the oldest mythological figure you can think of. Everyone's gonna be like, yeah, that guy.
Although I guess technically Gilgamesh would be the furthest back of all of them that we know.
Yeah, everyone should just look at me to go, oh yeah, no, everyone keeps picking him every year.
Well, I think you have to have the item. So I guess it's what? The church guy? Is his? I know he's from one of the groups that represents an organization, so it's entirely possible the organization is just keeping a bunch of
relics the attack
hidden
on himself. So yeah, you're right. But at least we got a really good duel. I enjoyed that. That was a great fight.
Looks like that's left off on the part that I wanted the most, which is my guy showing up.
That you're gonna get a whole episode next time for it.
In a month.
It's gonna be a whole paragraph.
我が名は征服王イスカンダル。ステータスも何も全然読めない。
アイリスビル、下がって。
あれが奴のホーク。霊樹を持って命じ。
あなたのマスターを信じて。
ついに復活を遂げた。もはや肉片一つも残さぬぞ。
Who's been revived? Someone gets revived. We know Lancer's master is going to use one of his commands, which means he's already losing shit.
What could he possibly be asking him to do that he wouldn't do anyway? I guess, like, engage in the fight.
I mean, I guess a suicide move would be a suicide move regardless.
Yeah, that's fair. So yeah, no, so this was supposed to be a whole bunch of action, and I'm not disappointed at all. The show is paying off what I expected, and we're gonna get even more of it next time. I'm pretty happy, I think. Just on a very fundamental level.
I guess my only disappointment is that I want more.
See, yeah, that's when you know it's good.
Well, I said it was
good. I want
to
just watch the next one.
I said it was good multiple times throughout watching it, so...
Yeah. I love their back and forth where, they're both portraying the very well, knowledgeable warriors thing against each other, like trying to figure out who they are, saying it's like, yes, I'm learning everything. It's a little bit of the mystery fight thing, which I've talked about every now and then, which I like, where part of the fight is figuring out how the other person works. And of course that gives us plenty of things like it's surprised by little twists and turns, and it came out to be really interesting. We already set up the stakes the previous episode, so all we had to do was just enjoy the action at that point.
Yep.
And of course the stakes keep getting bigger, undoubtedly because the 7-foot giant has arrived.
Well, we also have the countdown, which I don't know if it represents the last person wins, or when they make the wish, or...
I think it's when the grill actually shows up or something, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't know anymore.
We'll have to refresh on that again.
I kind of just assume that's going to be when the end of the Grail War is, like when the last person wins and makes a wish.
Yeah, countdown to the end of the series, which definitely very fun. I'm still waiting on somebody to get sniped here, though. That we've set it up. We gotta get somebody sniped here. Otherwise, it's just not gonna pay off.
Well, the longer they stay up there not shooting anybody, the longer the chance their detection is. They should have just, I'll snipe the assassin guy, you snipe the other master. 3, 2, 1, fire. And that way, when another 2 people show up, all right, I'll snipe that master. You make a run for it. Something.
Though I guess right now, his subterfuge is actually working. Everyone is buying that his wife is the actual summoner and is on the field doing magic and everything, and looks perfectly normal. So if he shoots, he exposes himself, that there's other things at play, and that he's on the field. And then people will start questioning it.
I don't know how it's confusing. Her hands are exposed, and I still haven't seen the mark of a master on her. So, conceivably, nobody should really be confused. She's literally waving her hands about doing magic.
Look, if you're at over 100 feet and you can tell me specific details, sure, we'll go for it.
Yeah, in this world where we have magic users who are literally spying on one another from far distances. Waver knew about a bunch of people, and we didn't even see him do magic.
The funniest thing is, the way they keep spying on people is by pulling up their stat cards. They're pulling up their stat cards. That's what they're doing.
Well, they've said the stats. They didn't actually pull out a stat card.
Right, but they get to see it. They get to log into Magic Wikipedia or whatever and do it.
I mean, that they're literally ranking them in person. They're doing that Naruto thing. I can't remember his name. It was Orochimaru's assistant guy who was pretending to be in the Chunin exams.
Right. The guy with the quote-medic powers.
Yeah, where we get a bunch of stat cards in-world for all the people.
Which is always funny. I love that shit. But I think I got out most of what I wanted to here. I'm excited to see Alexander actually pull out some more cool stuff and see more of these crazy special powers they got. You got anything you want to
wrap it up?
All right. Well, everyone, this has been Stoneface Reactions. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we'll catch you next time. See you around. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?